Hello, everyone. It is a couple minutes before start time, so we've got our recording in progress. So I'm just going to say welcome, and we're just going to hang for a minute here. I'm going to put the recording back on pause. So okay, so there we've got it, the recording in progress. This is Lynn Hamilton, your lead instructor over here at Samson Properties, to give you another session of our Q&A, part of our learning trails. So today's topic we have is know your tools. And as you have quickly figured out, I think there are a lot of amazing tools that Samson Properties provides to you, but they also don't charge you an arm and leg for them either. So I know that there are other brokerages, shall we say, that are out there that they give you the a la carte menu of all the platforms and bells and whistles they've got, but you've got to pick and choose and you pay for them as you go. So I'm very pleased that Samson literally hands you over what you need on a silver platter. So today we are going to start off with the wonderful and amazing Miss Stephanie Burke. She is going to share with you two of the tools. Say hi, Miss Stephanie.
Hi.
Hey, so everyone say hi to Steph. So she is our one of our many queens at the Chantilly office. Oh, I know that she takes care of Sky Slope and Real Scout. So I'm going to ask her to take over whatever time she needs to explain real quick. That was an oxymoron. Take all the time you need, but real quick. No, share with the gang and those that are maybe joining in on the recording it later. What is Sky Slope? What is its purpose? Where can they go to get tips and additional information? Let's say they're new to the platform or they're new to Samson. And then when you're ready, if there's any questions, we'll then roll into Real Scout. Again, share with them. If they don't have it, how do they get it started? Where additional training's at and the value that it brings, because I know you've got it all figured out. So with that, Miss Stephanie, the floor is all yours.
Thanks, Lynn. So hopefully you guys are familiar. I see some familiar faces with SkySlope. You essentially you're going to need SkySlope to get paid here at Samson Properties. So if that's what your day to day is, getting deals done. At the end of that, submit all your paperwork and get paid. That's kind of why we're all here. As we know, realtors don't like to work for free, although we do have to do that a lot of time, right? But the goal is to get paid. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen really quick. SkySlope, if you are not familiar, I'm going to switch my dashboard really quick. This is your dashboard for how you're generating forms, how you're getting forms signed, and how you're submitting your documents. I'm just going to wait for my screen to load up a little bit.
It's
If you're
thinking.
new to Samson Properties, go ahead.
I was just say it's thinking. It's thinking.
Yes, I have to switch my screen to show what the agents see, so sometimes it's a little finicky. But if you would like to get some more information, you can. I'm going to move this if I can. Come to Cardinal Nest. We have a whole tech systems page here for you. Okay. So if you'd like to get more information and cheat sheets, you can do that here on the Cardinal Nest SkySlope page. My logos have been a little funky lately. Okay. You have some 4 cardinal rules of SkySlope here. Okay. Always use Google Chrome. Always be a member of the association whose forms you're working on. Hoping the majority of you all are DC, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia. We do have some exceptions for Richmond. Those forms may not be exclusively available through SkySlope at this time. But the majority of us, your forms are available through the platform. If you're new and maybe watching a video isn't for you, or maybe joining one of these sessions, you're just not grasping it, we have different ways that people learn, and we have different tools for you to learn the way that's best for you. So if you would like a cheat sheet, we have a cheat sheet here for almost everything that you need to do in SkySlope. If you prefer a step-by-step guide and you want to print it out, keep it in a binder, have it, for reference, we have a cheat sheet for you. And these are step-by-step guides. We also have a whole slew of information here on this page. A little quick tip, if you're looking for something, you can always hit Control F on your keyboard and that will pop up, a little find function for you, okay? Where you can type in a keyword and anything on that page will highlight for you. Okay, so just a little quick tip there. I think that's primarily a PC function, not a Mac person, so not sure what the quick keyboard shortcut for Mac is, but Control Find or Command F usually is what that's going to be. Okay, so a little quick tip there. Hopefully my page is loaded here. On SkySlope, your dashboard will look like this. Wait for it to load. Oh, sorry, we're on live TV. This always happens. Well, if you don't like a cheat sheet, I'll come back and do a little commercial. If you don't like a cheat sheet and you do prefer to watch a video, Samson U has all the videos for you. And I can show you how to get there and where those videos are. SamsonUniversity.net. Hopefully you guys have already seen all Lynn's stuff on there. So I'm going to show you where you can find the SkySlope stuff. I like to always search courses by topic, but you do have the full course catalog here. This is just the first one, so that's what I like to click on. And SkySlope is right here, all this paperwork, right? There's a video here for almost everything you need to do. Tips and tricks is super helpful. Basic training is super helpful as well. This is the newest one, so take your time. You can pause, you can rewind, you can watch it on your phone, you can watch it on your TV, whatever is best for you. There is a learning style for everybody, and we've tried to meet all of those expectations. And get here really quick. Let's see if this. While this is loading up, are there any questions I can answer for anybody about SkySlope, or have you had an issue or a question about it?
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
Hi. Can you talk a little bit about the whenever you post, whenever you do have a listing and you go in and you put in all the information, and then a realtor can directly connect, click on this, you put in there the SkySlope information for a realtor to download or go to SkySlope and submit the offer.
Okay.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
I can touch on that a little bit. So there is a Bright integration. I apologize. My screen is not loading the way I need it to right now, and it's probably because we're on the Zoom and it's slowing things down. Yes, there is an integration when you are the listing agent. Here we go. When you are the listing agent in, I don't have any listings right now, so it might be a little tough for me to do that. But there is a SkySlope offers built into Bright. All it does is provides a link for the buyer's agent to submit their offers.
Okay.
Okay. So that's all it is. I'm trying to find where to find that. I actually was not prepared for that question today, but I like it, and I'm going to answer it. Where did it go? Do you have a listing right now? Does anybody on this call have a listing?
No, there it is, right there. Additional resources.
Yes, additional resources. So yeah, when you're the listing agent, it will typically ask you if while you're putting in your listing, if you want to utilize SkySlope offers. And all it is a collection or a database of sorts for the buyer's agents to submit their offer. When you're the listing agent, you'll get a notification that somebody submitted their offer through SkySlope Offers. My personal opinion on this integration is it's another place you have to go to get offers other than your email. So, and it's actually a little bit more work for the buyer's agent because they're essentially just typing in everything that, sorry, I'm going to read this question. I also saw it on the listing itself. There was a prompt. Yes, there are some listings that have chosen to allow SkySlope Offers. I can't find one at the top of my head, at the top of my brain here, but when you do receive an offer, let me see if I can get to it. We're going to go back to skyslope.com so I can kind of show you what it looks like. I love this question because I don't typically get this question, but you have SkySlope Offers here, and it is integrated into Bright. Okay? When you click on SkySlope Offers, you can log in. I may not have anything in here because I don't have any listings at this point in time, but I can kind of show you how it works. Okay. All right. So I have, wow, this one's from last year when I was playing with this. It will tie in your listing. You do have to kind of put your listing in, or it might feed from Bright now. Lisa, I'm going to get to your question in just a moment. When the buyer's agent clicks on that link, they're going to see a screen very similar to this, and they'll have to type in all of their information about the terms of their offer, what the property is, their buyer's name, and they'll have all these categories to choose from. Let me see if I have, here's one where I have 2 offers, okay? When you receive the offer, it's going to look like this, okay? While this is a great tool for multiple offer situations, it's a great way to keep multiple offers organized. That part is great. When I'm the listing agent, I would prefer to have the hard copy, essentially PDF of the offer. I don't want to have to go somewhere else, but this is a great tool for multiple offers to keep them organized. If you expect that your listing is going to get multiple offers, then maybe you do want to select when you're typing in your listing in Bright, you maybe do want to select that option for SkySlope Offers because they'll all come in here. Now, that doesn't mean the buyer's agents are going to be required to use SkySlope Offers. They could still email you their offer the old-fashioned way. You can suggest in your remarks, please submit offers through SkySlope Offers if you want to. So, there's no real hard, fast rules on this. It's just another tool to help you organize the offers. When you do receive multiple offers, you can download a CSV or an Excel sheet, and I'll show you what that looks like. It'll help you to kind of streamline all the terms of the multiple offer situation. I think this is going to open for me. Okay, so it is a little messy, but this is essentially what that looks like. Here's offer 1, here's the price. Okay, here's offer 2, here's the price, here's all the terms. So if you wanted to, and send this over to your seller so they can really have a more transparent understanding of each of the offer's terms, you can do that. But you still kind of have to dig in to get the PDFs of the offer. So it's a tool. You can choose to use it. It's not a requirement for the buyer's agents to have to submit their offers. It's not a requirement for you to have to use if you expect multiple offers, but it's a tool. It's a great tool. Lisa had a question. Can I answer that for you, Lisa?
Oh yeah, I think you did answer it. Thank you. It seems like it's similar to the showing time kind of app where you can put it into the spreadsheet. it puts it in for you. My other question, I do like that though, because, unfortunately, sometimes I can't believe agents still do this, but they don't text you or call you to say they submitted.
They just blindly drop an offer in your inbox.
Yes, and I've had them go to spam, and so it's like, now I do check there just to make sure when there's a listing deadline or something like that. But it is kind of nice to encourage people to have it at one spot. I like the. So, thank you. Thanks for showing that.
Yeah, no problem. Definitely. Will SkySlope notify you when offers come in? No, you should receive the email notification. Yeah, you'll receive.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
that was good. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great question. Let me see. We've got another question here. Oh, that's okay. Thanks. All right. So thank you for asking that. I don't know who initiated the SkySlope offers, but yeah, it is a new integration with Bright. Bright spoke to SkySlope and they worked out this deal for SkySlope offers to be available to all Bright users, regardless of if they have a SkySlope account or not within their brokerage. So.
Can I ask a question? And I know the answer, but so I know that with our listings, agents now can get automatic coverage through 210 home warranty. It is limited coverage. It's not on the whole house and everything. It's basically on kitchen appliances, from what I understand, and it does not include the heating and air conditioning system. If you choose to have that added, it is a $50 additional fee, which frankly I would do any day of the week. But the activation of the 210 home warranty only starts from the time the the listing is placed in SkySlope. Is that correct, Stephanie?
That is correct. However, just having a signed listing agreement here is not going to initiate that coverage.
Okay.
So nothing is viewed or your papers are not graded in forms. If you are the listing agent and you're promising the seller that free limited warranty, you have to make sure your listing is here under recent listings and transactions where you have essentially arrived at the checklist and attached your listing agreement. So I'm going to pick a wild card here and see if there's any.
Yeah. So in other words, don't take your listing and get it signed on Friday, telling them that they will have coverage, and you fail to put it into SkySlope right away. And Sunday they call you and say, hey, the dishwasher's leaking. I'm covered, right? And you've got to tell them no, because you, as the agent, did not get it into SkySlope to get the coverage started. Now, what is the requirement or the suggested requirement to have a new listing put into SkySlope within how many hours, how many days?
You should turn it in as soon as you have it signed by the broker, right? As soon as you get a listing signed by the broker, you have full rights and responsibility to market that property and get it in all of the necessary systems. I would suggest within 24 hours. The rule is 4 days.
I like the 24 hours.
Yeah. I like the 24 hours too. I like to, I want everybody in the world to know at Samson Properties that I got this listing and I'm going to put it in, right? I take a lot of pride in that. I know sometimes we have 2 and 3 listings and the paperwork portion is hard, but when we're creating a listing, guys, it's actually super easy. Let me switch my view back to yours really. All you're doing, once you get that executed listing agreement signed, create new here under recent listings and transactions and listing. You're just going to answer a few questions about the listing. Once you've created the listing, that's when you're eligible and 210 is notified that you have a listing and they initiate that coverage.
Excellent, because I know that issue has come up. So that's why I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware that just because you've got it signed and you've told them, the rest of the world doesn't know. How would 210 know? How would they know to activate that coverage? And so now it will automatically activate once you have put it in to SkySlope.
Yeah, through recent listings and transactions, right?
Okay.
That, so again, you're just answering some very basic questions here. Just about your listing. How much is the property? What's the commission split? Okay. And this field is still here right now. I don't know if this sales commission is going to go away or not, but for now, you've got to put something in. And if it's zero, it's zero. If it's 1, 2.75, whatever, put something in. Okay. Your listing agreement dates should kind of auto populate. One question that we don't ask in the majority of our listing agreements is the year the property was built, but you should probably know that based on a tax record. If not, you need that lead-based paint. Okay, we've got to answer some basic questions here. And this checklist, just the creation of this checklist itself and this active notification, that is what initiates the prompting for 210 to start your free limited warranty.
Excellent. Okay. Nice. All right. If I don't see any more hands popping up, do you want to roll into giving them some highlights of Real Scout and the benefit that it can bring?
Yes,
and why it is amazing. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. These are great, like level 2 questions that I don't typically get. So I love being able to share this information. All right. Real Scout. If you guys aren't using Real Scout yet, please contact me. It is a super great tool. I love Real Scout because I can keep engaged with my contacts and not just set up, the basic listing alert, right? We know that that's the foundation of our business, sending people properties that they're hoping to buy, or, I guess in Bright back in the day, or the old school method was sending them additional listings that were going under contract and stuff. That's just very basic. What Real Scout does for you is that, but plus more. You have 3 different types of alerts here. You have your listing alerts, which is sending those prospective buyers or tenants new and coming soon listings. You also have 2 other alerts here, a home value alert, which is crucial to keep in contact with your past buyers and your potential sellers, right? Because it's going to give them their value of that property. I will do one kind of quick here. This is what everybody likes because it's not too bothersome for the client. You can set it up monthly and it's giving them something of value, which is the actual value of their property that they want to know. How is that asset growing? Maybe you had somebody that bought 2 years ago and maybe they're outgrowing their house or they're just curious, right? They're going to go to Zillow anyways and see what Zillow says their estimate is. But why not have that information coming from you? So we'll do a quick little workshop. We'll do one together. All you need is a person and an address. Okay. So we're going to create a new alert. Put yourself in here, guys, if you haven't already. I like to put myself in as a dummy client for all of our systems just so I can practice and learn. Okay. I'm going to use a house I used to live in. That even came on the market last year, and I was like, oh man, I would like to buy that. So I'm going to, first time around, I'm going to customize and preview my alert. Okay. What it's going to do is it's going to pull this estimate and another algorithm called Atom that searches home values. Okay. And you're going to set this up to go to your contact, your past buyer, somebody who bought with you a while ago. Or, I would try not to do it for folks that just bought. Maybe they've overbid, whatever. Maybe wait a month or 2, let that asset grow a little bit before you set this up for them. But anybody that's bought with you in the past, absolutely get them in here. Because when it comes time to sell or they see a number here that's attractive to them, they're going to want to call you and talk about it or contact you to talk about it, right? A couple quick tips here. Try not to put your own evaluation in. You can if you want. I like to let the system do the work for me. I like to work smarter, not harder. I don't like to give them a solid figure. You do have two toggle switches here where you can show them just a solid figure or a value range. I like to keep the range on, keep it, nice and easy breezy. We don't know exactly like what that target price is going to be. You would want the client, hopeful client, to reach out to you later on to narrow down a more targeted price. So keep the range on here. I mean, this is like a $100,000 spread. So it could be, something within that range. So not only are you going to give them their home value, you're also going to show them the number of buyers in certain price brackets here. It's also going to show them a brief market snapshot, what's been recently listed in that same area. And you can dictate the area by neighborhood, by zip code, by radius. Okay, so that can change a little bit. Use your best judgment there. I like to include the zip code. 22032 is a pretty close area, so I like to include the zip code. So it'll show them recently listed and recently sold. So they can see everything that's going on around that address and what those price ranges have looked like for the closed listing. So they can know where they stand, right? They can see the insides of all the properties and everything. First time around, you're going to customize your email. It's going to send them this nice little message. This is the email that's going to go out to them. Okay. It's not going to give them the home values right up front within the email. They have to click. They have to click in the email. They have to, you have to put that lure in to get the fish. So they have to click in the email to get the goods, right? And that's what you want. You want people engaging with the emails you're sending them, not just viewing them at face value. Right? You want them to click in and start engaging with you. I'm going to go ahead and send this, but you can set this to go out on a schedule, right? You're setting it once and then setting the schedule so that it goes out every month, or you have other options. You can do quarterly, you can do biannually, annually, whatever, based on your conversation or where you think that client might be at, right? I like to send mine out for my past buyers every month. And I'm going to tell you why. So I have a really great HVAC company here in Northern Virginia, and he sends me an email every first of the month telling me to change my air filter. I don't change my air filter every month. I'm not sure anybody that does, but it might align with that month that I need to change it. And I know that email is going to come on the first of the month. So that's why I like to set mine on a monthly because, hey, it might align with that month where they're like, you know what? I like that home value. Maybe we should talk to Stephanie about buying in the spring or whatever, right? So I like to set mine monthly. You can use whatever set schedule you want. Save and complete. So this will go out later that day, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and just push this one through really quick so you can see what it looks like. And come to your contacts here. This is my favorite dummy client is me. And do an edit and I'm going to send this now. So you can see that, yes, when you're building the home value alert, you can see everything up front. But when they get the email, they have to click in it to start getting the goods. And that's what we want. We want engagement. So let's go see what that looks like. It says home value. It's going to be from you. So it's not like unfamiliar or anything. If they do want to reply to the email, it'll go to your email, your inbox, okay? But here's the email, right? It doesn't show them that those value ranges up front. They have to click here to get it, okay? So when they click inside the email, they essentially get keys to the portal or actually keys to your MLS. You're inviting them to not only view their home value, but search independently through all of the listings that you have access to through your MLS. Okay, they get all this stuff. They have a couple quick action buttons here where they can say, is it a good time to sell? And you'll get that message instantaneously. And then you have the power to reach out to that person the moment that it's top of mind that they are liking this price range. And of course, they get to see everything inside. So that one, it's not messy. You can keep in contact with your past people, and it's just super easy to be front of mind with your SOI.
And it's a whole lot prettier than just the MLF search.
Yeah, I mean, for clients who might want to buy, sending them listings is like, okay, great. Here's what's going on. It's just a lot classier looking as well, and it's better for them to engage.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Any questions for Stephanie?
Stephanie, can we use this as well with renter prospects?
People who are looking for rentals?
For rentals,
Yeah,
yes.
you have a whole listing alerts here. So if you'd
Okay.
like to, the home value is just one facet. There's other facets within this program. So I usually don't have a whole hour span to talk about this platform.
Mm-hmm.
Probably give it to me soon. But yes, you can search for listings here. If you'd like to look for a residential lease listings, you can do that
Mm-hmm.
here.
Okay.
There you go. That's excellent. That's excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are just a couple facets. There's even more nuances that Real Scout is coming out with that I really can't wait to share. I got to talk to our education and folks here on when I can do a larger deeper dive into Real Scout for everybody because it is a powerful tool. I was just saying during the sales meeting that I had one of my past buyers reach out to me. I put her on a home value alert, and she just reached out to me last month saying, "Hey, I think I need to sell. Can we explore that?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course."
Excellent. 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 Well, good. Well, Stephanie, you are welcome to stay on the call if you want. I know that you're busy. So if you want to jump off, you are welcome to do that as well. So thank you for that insight and that overview. So hopefully all of the agents now have a better understanding of what not only SkySlope can do and should be doing, but also what Real Scout is able to do as well. And I do know if you have missed an HQ to you, Stephanie is there as well to share a 30-minute time block of walking you through some of the wonderful things that Real Scout is able to do for you. So thank you, Miss Stephanie. I appreciate you as always.
Thank you. No problem.
Okay, we'll chat soon. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. This is excellent because again, we talk in our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, our monthly quarter or our quarterly challenge. This is where all these pieces of the puzzle start coming to play. One of the things we asked you to do is to CMAs or market snapshots or annual reviews, the days that you work and or once a week for all I care. It's just the consistency of it. Having Real Scout is absolutely one of the pieces of those puzzles that's going to make you look like you are a polished pro. We talk about selling your value in the buyer and the seller consultations. This is one of them because instead of just sending them to, Zillow or another platform, you want to keep them tucked up under your wing so you are able to share with your client that you are able to provide them VIP access through a program that you have. There you go. There's how that can be done. So again, Stephanie does some classes, I think Thursday or Fridays are on the Cardinal Nest calendar. So if you need a little more help with understanding what SkySlope can do for you, or well, you got to know how to do SkySlope because if not, you're not going to get paid. But then also what the value that Real Scout can bring as well, and as a great tool of selling your value, making you look like a pro and polished, and agents that are using it love it way more than sending them to Bright. So here's your homework. If you have not used Real Scout yet, go ahead and set yourself up with the account and put yourself on there and learn to see how to do it, what it looks like when it starts coming through, and monitor it from that way. So there you go. So that's a tip of the trade from there. Okay. So let's continue down my little list of the tools that you have available to you as a Samson agent. So first off, you all know that you have a website available to you, and it is through Bold Trails formerly known as KV Core. So again, you've got your website being given to you on a silver platter. I jokingly say way back when we used to pay $1,500 to get a website created. And then we paid a monthly monitoring fee. And if you wanted to have any changes or customization done to it, you paid and paid and paid. So that is gone with the wind, which is great because now you've got one handed over to you on a silver platter. And yes, you can make adjustments and changes to it. They're relatively easy to do. And Will Kilker is the kind of the go-to source now for the Bold Trails, formerly known as KB Core. So know that you've got that. Within your website, another great tool that you have available for you in your toolbox is your blog. Your blog will not show up on your KV Core, excuse me, on your Bold Trails website until you actually activate it for the first time. And again, I've done some quick videos on my channel, on my website, that will help walk you through that. So that is available. If you have not already done that, let me know. Again, let me give a shout out of the pieces of the puzzle that come together. Our marketing department has gone to the extreme of taking all of the articles that have shown up in the previous newsletters and have them available as I'm going to say it's the JPEG, which is a picture that you can just grab out of the resources and drop right into your blog. So you don't even have to create blogs. We're handing it to you once again on a silver platter. Okay. So your blog is great for interacting. You want to occasionally ask a question on a blog post, and then you've got to drive traffic to your blog. They will not just automatically find out about it. So that's where having a tagline in your email signature, a verbal text, a verbal call, a text message, anything, again, ties into the 54321 of letting them know that, hey, you've got some new posts on your blog. You'd love to get their comments on it. There you have it. All right. So again, that ties into that. In addition, the newsletter, you have two phenomenal options for your newsletter. Donnie talked at the sales meeting the other day about of course, our fabulous 4-page newsletter that is provided to you, every month. You got the 4-page. You have to do a little bit of customization on it, and then you also have the 2-page, the grab and go, pop by press, if you will, and that allows you to literally have a newsletter at the ready within 5 minutes. It does not take a lot of time to develop it out, and it's literally designed to grab and go. And once again, at HQ2U and other events that we do, we try to make sure you know where you can get it, and then how to do it and how to customize it out. Okay, so we've got that handed to you again on a silver platter. So we also have the phenomenal program of First Up, FYRST, up. If you have not activated it, I would ask you to do so. That is the match.com of real estate networking within Samson Properties. So let's say I've got a listing and Stephanie's got a buyer. I put my listing in, Stephanie puts her buyer in. I don't know that she's got a buyer looking for that. It runs its little schematics and goes bing, bing, bing. We've got a match. You need to contact Stephanie. Stephanie needs to contact you. And hopefully it could be a match. This, again, is another one of those free to you tools, courtesy of Cardinal Title. They pay for all of this for you, that allows you to be that pro in this industry. Because First Up, and again, a great way to promote that is if you've got a buyer, you can ask the buyer, let me ask you a question. Are you interested in knowing about just some of the properties that may be on the market that meet your needs? Or are you interested in knowing about them all? And of course, they're going to say, well, I want to know about them all. And you go, perfect, because that's why you need a professional. I have access to a program that will communicate with all of my other 6,000 Samson agents. So I'll put your information in. It's going to run its schematics. And if it's a match, it's going to come back and tell me there's a match out there that I may not even know about. So this is why you need to hire me as your professional real estate expert to guide you through this and to give you the tools that aren't available to the average consumer. Now, on the other side, on the listing side, once again, you create a customized marketing strategy for each of your listings. Now, it's going to be, I'm going to say, a little bit of cookie cutter. But as we've talked about when we've done seller consultation classes, you will step back and say, where is the buying pool for this property? That is then where you customize your marketing too, because you're going to promote a $200,000 first time condo for somebody a whole lot different than you're going to market a $2 million property. So again, you do create a customized marketing strategy for each of your listings because you want to identify where the buying pool is going to be at, and that is where you're going to invest your marketing time and effort. And first up is absolutely one of those tools. So there you go. That's another tool in your toolbox that you're able to pull out and use as you need. Now, all of these things, and wait, there's more, are available to you courtesy of, everybody say it with me, Cardinal Title. Okay, they are the generous backbone of Samson Properties. They are the ones that cover the expense of all these platforms because none of them are free. That allows our agents to be able to shine out there and have access to all these great tools. So that is another good reason that we love our Cardinal Title. Now, in the Cardinal Nest, which is the backbone of our company websites, all of those links and options for Real Scout, for Sky Slope, for the newsletter, for getting into your bold trails, getting into the blog information, getting into First Up, everything, Samson University, you name it, it is all tucked away inside of Cardinal Nest. So that is for those of you that are as old as I am, you remember back in the day when we had file cabinets in offices and everything was in the file cabinet. Well, Cardinal Nest is the file cabinet. It's just virtual, so everybody can get into it all at the same time if they needed to. So that's another one of the great tools that is in your toolbox that we want to make sure that you know about as well. So I'm picking up my notes over here. I want to make sure that I've hit everything. I know that there are probably others, including our Samson University. I've created my website to be a resource for you as well for two reasons. A, I can post stuff real quick, but also it lets you see what you can do to your website as well. So there is a dual reason that I put stuff on my website as well. I've created an agent resource center tab for you and how-to instructions, learning trails, class schedule of my stuff or what's coming up. Again, if I'm on the road or if I'm teaching, I'm not answering phone calls or emails. And so I wanted to have stuff quickly available to you. And that was one way I could do it. With the bonus on the back end is that you get to see what can be done to your website, because what I've got is no different than the same platform you've got through Bold Trails. Okay. All right. So let's open up now. I want you to share with me, and I'll call you out. In fact, go ahead and put it in the chat unless you want to raise your hand. What is one of your favorite programs that Samson Property gives you to use, courtesy of Cardinal Title, that you have just went, oh my gosh, I love it. That was a game changer. I cannot imagine running my business without it. So, Ken, we're going to start with you. You raised your hand.
No, that was a mistake.
Okay.
The print company, I've done printing for all my life, which was,
originally at my age, it was me and Gutenberg, but Cardinal printing prices, it's a joke if you're not using a ton of this. And I've gotten hits. I've got somebody now that just contacted me for vacation property, all just because of the newsletter.
There you go. There you go. Good. Thank you. And yeah, our print center is up running 24/7 if it needs to be able to crank the stuff out to get it out to you. So yeah, our print center, OMG. So let's see. I see someone posted in the chat. Bull Trails, absolutely. Print Center and Real Scout, absolutely. Real Scout and the printing, absolutely. Raise of hand or drop it in the Samson CMA portal. Yep, you got all kinds of great tools that are out there, all courtesy of Cardinal Title. They pay for all of that. And for those that sometimes may wonder, well, why do we always, encourage the use of Cardinal? Because that's who's backs all of this for you. So there you go. Oh, Lynn is a gem tool, is a gem. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was very sweet. And yes, I'll be honest with you. Most of staff, myself included, is courtesy of Cardinal Title. So there you have it. All right. That is wonderful. I appreciate the sweet comments and the hearts and the thumbs up. So again, this is going to wrap down this session of what are the tools in your toolbox. And I think you now have hopefully a new understanding of some of the things that are available for you. I will be posting this video up on my website under Listen and Learn. So if you need to go back at some point and listen to it, also reach out to another agent that you may know and say, hey, you know what? If you've missed this, you're missing out. Because again, we want to bring you and remind you of the tools that you have available to you and where you can go to find them and get them. So land in the Cardinal Nest, because that's where everything is housed at. So, all right, my friends, with that, I'm going to say thank you for your time. Again, it goes back to my old saying, I don't care what you know. I want to know what you're doing with what you know. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And thank you, Miss Stephanie. Appreciate you being here with us. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Go activate your Real Scout now on your own property. And remember, we have no classes next Thursday because I plan on eating turkey. So with that, I'm appreciative for all of you. Be blessed, be wonderful, and I will see you all soon. And hopefully we'll see you back at our 2:30 session coming up shortly. All right, my friends. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
And happy Thanksgiving to you all. We have a lot to be thankful for.
Amen.
Thanks, Stephanie. You're the best.